No social proof does not mean no experience. Most people are going to conflate the two, but that distinction is exactly what's going to help you get your next 3 clients. And that's the biggest takeaway I want you to have from this video. Because here's what I see happening constantly. Someone wants to get into copywriting and creative strategy. So they look around and they see other people with all these testimonials, all this social proof, and all these past clients before, and they just think, well, why would anybody ever want to hire me when all these other people with social proof are already out here? I just can't compete with that yet, so why even try? And then they do nothing. But here's the thing, is that social proof is just evidence of past results. You can't manufacture it, and you're never going to be able to fake it. If you haven't had clients yet, you just don't have any social proof. But experience, on the other hand, is completely different. Experience is what you know, what you've studied. And that's something you can start building today in order to get your next 3 clients. I'll show you how to do all that in this video, but let me show you why it actually matters in the first place. So I have a couple of screenshots here of copywriters that I've been helping and training. For example, George, he just closed his first $20,000 month. I already did a live with him here on this very channel as well, a interview as well. Then of course we got my man Ethan, which was actually at 0 clients just a few months ago, and now just got at 4K per month and is on his way to getting 10K per month as well. And then we also got my man David, who's been coasting just casually at 8K per month and is on track to do 13K this month as well. And look, all those big numbers are fine and awesome, but here's what I also want to show you that I think will really inspire you. This is a post that was made inside of the 4D Bootcamp community. Someone says, wish me luck, because he's saying he has 2 interviews tomorrow and he's nervous. And this is actually his very first creative strategy interviews. So he's never had a client before for creative strategy, but these are his first 2. And he got 2 of them in the same week. So if you're sitting there and thinking that you need a portfolio of a bunch of clients in order to get wins, that's not even close to reality. Every single person that I showed you started with 0 wins and 0 clients. And if you want the process, well, that's what I'm going to be sharing with you right here, right now. Because when it comes to getting clients, it's just like climbing a huge hill or a mountain. The first 3 clients are going to be the hardest. They're going to be very, very difficult. You're going to be literally fighting an uphill battle. But then after you get those clients, and it's downhill, and it's smooth sailing from there. When you already have 3 clients under your belt and some client testimonials as well as experience too, imagine how much easier it's going to be for you to get more clients and better clients. This is why it might take somebody 4 or 5 months to get to 4K per month, but then it takes them 1 or 2 months after that to get to 10K per month. My point is, in order to get to whatever income level you want to get to, all you need to do is build momentum. And that starts with building your experience. So imagine you have 2 copywriters. They each have 0 clients. They've never had a client before, except one has experience and one does not. One has been studying, one has been practicing, one has been going into the Facebook ad accounts of big businesses and breaking down their ads. And the other one just hasn't really done anything. They are applying to places, but just saying, yeah, well, I don't really know anything about creative strategy, but I do want to learn. So they both apply to the same posting. Now, one of them crushes the test project because they've been, again, studying. The other one doesn't do very well on the test project. The one that did do well on the test project actually gets the interview, and they still interview the other guy just in case, but they don't think they're going to hire him anyways. They both go on the interview, and the guy that's experienced, that has been studying, is on top of all the questions. He knows what to say. He actually has a process, and he understands how creative strategy works, even though he hasn't worked with a client before. But the guy with no experience, he just hops on and is like, well, I don't really know how to answer these questions, or he's just stumbling over his words and looks like this is his first day. Now, they have the exact same social proof, but it's clear which copywriter is actually going to get the next client. So if you're thinking, well, oh, that's great, that makes perfect sense, but how do I build this experience as fast as possible? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about next. But first, I want to really go over what creative strategy and copywriting really is, because I might be saying these words and you might be kind of lost. You might know what copywriting is, but still be fuzzy on what creative strategy is and how to actually make it work. Copywriting has a pretty misleading title because people think it has something to do with copying things or something to do with copyright law. And creative strategy is kind of the same in a way, where people think it's about like graphic design or something. But creative strategy is very simple. It is just you going into some business's ad account, usually an e-commerce business, and looking at their ads, looking at the data behind them, and figuring out what their next ad sets are going to look like. And this is more important than ever because Facebook has been making tons of updates to their algorithm, now favoring people who are testing out a bunch of different types of ads. And these different ads are also referred to as ad creatives. That is basically what you're looking at, the caption plus the video itself and the script behind the video. And I want to make this very clear. You're able to make so much more money with creative strategy as a copywriting application, but you are not there to just deliver a service. You are there to deliver results. They don't care how you do it. They don't care if it takes you 5 minutes out of the day. As long as you are actually getting them results, then that is what's going to make you the big money. And the process is far more simple than you might think. You literally just go on places like Upwork, like LinkedIn and like X, and you look for people who are already hiring creative strategists. This is so important to do because with outreach, for example, it still does work. And I have tons of outreach videos on this channel. But the problem is you're trying to convince them that they are going to need somebody in your role. Whereas people who are already looking for creative strategists, they already know what they need. So all you need to do is stand out from all of the other people applying and you can get there. Well, how do you actually do that? First, you have to understand what they're even looking for in the first place. So let me explain. I've been on multiple different creative strategy interviews and have also had dozens of students be on interviews as well. And they told me their questions that they got asked. I know questions I got asked as well. So these are the biggest things that they're going to be wondering. I'll just give you the top 3. Number 1, they just want to understand if you get performance data. Do you know what ROAS means, the return on ad spend? Do you know what a good ROAS is? Do you know what hook rate is? Honestly, these will take you about a night to figure out and know what they are. It's really not all that complicated. They just want to know if you have an understanding of the numbers as well. Funnily enough, I've even had students that get hired as a creative strategist and they don't understand like ROAS and stuff. Obviously, don't be like that. You want to have a base understanding of these things, but it's not super necessary. And sometimes even you can just get lucky and get the job anyways. The second one is, do you understand personas and how to do research for them? A persona is kind of like a demographic, but it goes a little bit deeper. A demographic is male and 34 from the United States. A persona is a guy who goes to the gym every single day and comes home. He has a wife and kids as well. So he's super busy and he doesn't really have time to cook for himself, let's say. This is important because you're gonna need to know everything about your personas so that you can properly write for them. And then lastly, do you have any real brands that you have been studying? I've been asked this question, and also a lot of the people that have gone on interviews have been asked this question as well, which is like, what other brands have you been studying specifically? If you kind of just stumble over your words and you're like, I don't know, like the big brands, the big ones everyone talks about, I guess, then you're gonna look like you have no idea what you're talking about. But on the other hand, if you are actively looking at these brands' ad accounts, which is super easy to do, then you're gonna have a much better understanding. And lastly, I know I said I'll give you 3, but there's a last one here, is just understanding consumer psychology and copywriting in general. Because remember, you're gonna have to write the scripts and not just understand what's going to be made afterwards. You're not just an ad picker, you're also an ad writer. Now, if you want a head start on literally all of this, I've created the free copy starter kit. It has swipe files, tons of ads that you can just go and look at, breakdowns, and everything else as well inside of there, which I highly recommend you go to. Again, it's free. It's linked down below in the description. So now I'm just gonna give you a couple points on getting really good at copywriting and creative strategy, and then finally getting really good at applying to these jobs so you can move on to the next round and actually get hired as soon as possible and get your next 3 clients. So firstly, you wanna get good breakdown ads every single day. It's as simple as that. If you wanna get great at riding a bike, for example, you need to build up your seat hours. How many hours have you been sitting in the seat? It's the same with copywriting and creative strategy. If you want to get great at them, just build up the number of ads that you were looking at and breaking down. For example, you could set a goal of, I want to break down ads from 50 different businesses and 50 different e-commerce businesses. And I want to look at them, understand them, write down some of the insights, look at 10 ads at least from each business, and then move on. Process for this is extremely simple. You go to Facebook ad library and just look up the name of the business. It's really that easy. And while you're even scrolling through Instagram, you'll get served ads. And I highly recommend you look at the ads and see what they're actually saying. And then you go look them up on Facebook ad library later as well. Next is to complete as many test projects as you can, even create test projects that weren't assigned to you. So if you don't have any test projects, you can literally just go out and look for test projects. I actually have a few in the free copy starter kit as well. But these test projects are going to ask you things that are going to test your critical thinking, which is why it's so important. If you apply to a business and they actually like your application, they're going to send you a test project to see what you can actually do. Now it comes to applications. When you're going out and looking for these applications, how do you actually make sure that yours gets seen and you get to the next round? The first thing is to be early. You don't want to be 2 weeks late to an application because all those people who have been before you are probably going to get looked at first. And a business doesn't want to spend 3 or 4 weeks hiring. So they're going to hire fast. So you want to make sure you are on the ball looking for applications every single day. And when you apply, you want your application to be better than anyone else's. A lot of these applications are going to ask you some critical thinking questions. Some of them might even have test projects attached to them before you're even looked at. A lot of them are going to require you to record a Loom video as well, which is basically just a 3-minute video of you speaking on why you think you'd be a good candidate for them. The key here is simple. It's just to go above and beyond. When you get a test project, treat it like you're actually already working for the business. If they don't ask you for a Loom video, send one anyways. This is what's going to put you above everybody else. Again, because you're lacking in the social proof department, you can make it up in other ways. On top of that, every application you send is going to be making you sharper, and every test project you do, you can actually take and put it into your portfolio, making you look even more qualified. You do all the things I just told you in this video, and this is exactly how you're going to get your next 3 clients. Now it all comes down to you. Are you going to sit there and think about it for longer? Are you going to use your lack of social proof as an excuse? Or are you just going to take action and get the real results? That's up to you, but there is tons of more free content here on this channel that you can go watch after this one to actually help you get more skilled so you can be more prepared for your next interviews. Anyways, that's all for today. And of course, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.